Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia. Come on in. If you're new, we're really excited that you're here. And have a seat. And I'm cleaning up my area. You'll get used to me after a while. Anyway, I don't have anything formally planned because I have not had a good morning. And I want to tell you all about it. I'm going to vent a little. Just a little, not bad. And I'm going to try and flip it. That just came to me. Because didn't we just have a video on flipping the things that we want to complain about? Well, fortunately, I got up this morning and I thank God and I did my Bible reading. I had my toast. I had cinnamon raisin toast this morning. And I made two pieces because they're smaller than the ones that I usually have. I figured I might have an opportunity to be mindful about how it actually tasted. And I did, maybe for a few seconds or so. So I consider that progress. Unfortunately, I had to make two pieces of toast. And that's more calories because the cinnamon raisin has more calories as it is. So anyway, so that was fine. And then I came over to my studio and I started looking at comments and I started responding to the comments. And I just didn't feel like myself. I felt slightly queasy. Do you ever have a time when you don't feel good and you can't even put a finger on what it is, but you know it's like not normal? Well, that's kind of what happened to me. And I said, I don't feel well enough to make a video. I won't be happy. I won't be happy-go-lucky and cheerful. So I said, I'll just have to put a post and tell them that I couldn't post. I'm doing this on Saturday, and this is Sunday's video. So I said, well, don't make a rash decision. I make rash decisions all the time and regret it. I have knee-jerk reactions like that video I took off last week. I am so annoyed with myself for doing that. But wait, it's coming up next September. So you'll get to see that. You know what? It wasn't controversial to anybody except me. It's the way I interpret things. It's knee-jerk reactions. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that because so I go over, I lay on the couch. I never lay on the couch. I laid on the couch yesterday too. I'm telling you, is this like aging, like all of a sudden slamming me? So I laid down the couch. I got all my stuff near me, my phone, everything, because once I lay on the couch, I'm in the same position the whole time. It's not a couch it's a comfortable couch, but it's not, you can't toss and turn on it, let's put it that way. So Quinn went in the bedroom and I laid on the couch and I fell asleep and I slept for 2 hours. And I woke up and I didn't feel that way anymore. I think I am totally exhausted, and it's all your fault. I never should have gotten up at 3:30 the other morning. I think this is punishment for it. And then I got up at 5:30 yesterday. It's not normal for me. It's not normal for me not to feel good. So anyway, I feel fine. But does anyone ever feel like they don't feel good and they can't figure out what it is? And then it just goes away. Well, it went away because I did an intervention. I laid down and I slept. It didn't take me long to fall asleep either. That tells me I must have been sick, tired. Sick and tired. Anyway, then I decided, well, let's get back to your to-do list. I have a to-do list here of things that I have to do regarding things in the studio. I don't put other things on this list. I only put production. This is a TV show for you, those of you who are new, and I am the hostess. So I posted yesterday's afternoon video, and I hemmed and hawed, and I said, how can I name this video? I don't know how to name this video because it's really not that great a video. It's just a ride in the car with me, and the sun is blasting. And sometimes I talk, sometimes I don't. Towards the end of it, it actually is pretty good. So it took me a long time to figure out what to name the video. Because, you know, when you're a YouTube creator or an influencer, I think I was creating it this time, you're supposed to figure out a hook. You know, like a fish hook? I cannot stand that word. For those of you who know me, I've talked about this before. I can't stand that word, hook. It sounds inhumane. It sounds like I'm trying to fish you out of the pond. Well, the reality is I want people to watch this video. So I have to try and come up with names that are catching. But you know, I'm not that smart. I watched a video yesterday, one of these gurus who tells you how you're supposed to do it. If you're thinking about doing YouTube, listen to me, don't listen to them. But anyway, because I'm pretty successful. Granted, I have a long way to go. And I make more mistakes than any other person on this TV. This is a TV too. It's a TV show. So now I forgot what I was talking about because I got distracted being so stupidly silly. Oh, hooks. You have to have a hook. You have to have something that will make people want to watch your video. You have to have your picture on the thumbnail. Who the heck wants to see me every single day on a thumbnail? And I take terrible pictures. I told you in one video way back, I don't know how to smile when somebody's taking my picture. I can smile with you guys, but if I'm just taking a picture, I can't smile. Look at those pictures on the thumbnails. They're mostly the same ones because I picked the ones that I sort of liked. And that's it. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a big picture of yourself. Anyway, this is getting carried away because you already watched the video if you're loyal. So what else did I have to do? So today, I am going to film the recipe for, it's an apple dessert. So you need to make sure that you have apples on hand, brown sugar. The recipe calls for dark brown sugar. I don't think it matters. All it is this more molasses and the sugar. And a 9-inch pan, and you need pastry dough that you can buy in the freezer section of your grocery store. And it's expensive. The package I got a couple of weeks ago was $7. But we're going to make a delicious dessert. And the reason I'm making it is because I'm desperate. I don't have any muffins. I don't have anything to snack on. And I am a snacking person. Snack, snack, snack. Eat, eat, eat. That's all I do. Notice I haven't been doing it on TV that much. So then one of the other things that I wanted to deal with is my grandson. They're having a fundraiser. And I can't tell if the fundraiser is for the team or him specifically. But I think that the initial request, you get these requests now on your computer. Just in Messenger, I get this request. Can you send me so much money for this cause and that cause? And of course I want to do that. He's my grandson. But I don't think that they realize that the people that are donating, well, the grandparents and the aunts and uncles and stuff that they're asking are old. That sometimes we have challenges navigating these systems or whatever they are. So I had to follow a link, so I followed the link. Then, of course, you have to choose what donation you want, and 500 is right at the top of the list. And then it, goes incrementally down, but it doesn't go below 50 on the list that you can check off. Then there's another thing that says other. But before you check that off, they snooker you in to looking at all the donations and who's donated. So the people's name and how much money they donate, they're trying to shame you into donating $500 or $100. I'm not saying the kids, I'm saying this company that is a professional fundraiser company. So I click on other. I'm not giving 50 or 100. I'm giving 25. Well, I couldn't figure out a way to put 25 in there. I did, eventually. But it wasn't easy. I was getting really annoyed. I get really annoyed sometimes. But, so, at the end of, I'm telling you this, we're going to flip this around because we're supposed to be practicing that. So, of course, you have to enter your credit card. Well, I understand why they need the credit card, because they need the money, right? Why do they need your name, your address, your phone number, and your email? So I chose not to put my phone number or my email. They won't process it unless you put your phone number and your email. Now, what do you suppose they need your phone number and your email to do those robo emails, spam emails that you get, and the robocalls on your phone? I'm convinced that that's what they're going to do. And I really didn't want to do it. But I did it. Because I wanted to donate the money. I wanted to get it off my to-do list because it's been haunting me. Because I lost the first link. Then I had to text my daughter and say, what's the link to this fundraiser? So she sent me the link. Sure enough, it goes right to the school page or whatever. So as I'm filling out the credit card information, I'm saying, it's not recording what I'm writing, what I'm trying to write. Well, guess what? I was writing on my keyboard, the one in the studio, because I was going to get to work. So I was putting the credit card numbers in with my keyboard while I was on the phone. So then I screwed that all up and I had to start all over again. It was not intuitive. A lot of websites, you just know what to do. This is the next thing. This is, even Amazon. It's perfect. Anyway, I got it done. but it was painful. I didn't earn it. I was just going to say, I earned every penny of the money I donated. But I think they earned the money. I earned the aggravation. So since I was talking about that, I'm going to bring my flowers again. For you to see, because they're changing. And I'm going to show them every single day until they've gone by. Because so many people enjoyed them. And they're beautiful. And I only paid $7.98 for these. The good thing is the people were stopping me in the grocery store and saying, "Oh, those are beautiful." And I said, "I know." And I kept checking the price on it. I figured they marked them wrong or something, because $7.98. That is really good. So look at them. I'm going to bring them right up to the camera because you need to see them. You see how top heavy they are? The vase is trying to fall over. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this one. Now, someone told me, I thought that they might put dye in them because I still have dye on my hand from when I was cutting the stems so that I could fit them into this vase. But she said no, and I thought about it because I thought, well, the green would be, red, but it is red, isn't it? But I was reassured by people in this community who I trust implicitly that these were really grown that way. Here's another yellow one. Look at how gorgeous they are. I am so thrilled with these flowers. This is the best buy I've had in a long, long time. But you can tell, if you saw them yesterday, you can tell that they seem to be opening up a little. They were a little tighter yesterday. So those are my sunflowers, and get used to it. I repeat myself. I am going to show you these every single day. Maybe, I just caught myself peeking. I should film through the sunflowers. That might be cheerful. Anyway, I'm doing this because it cheers people up. It also attracts the fruit flies, which I have completely conquered in the kitchen. Now they're here. Well, I'm not throwing these out and I'm not pouring boiling water on them, so you'll have to excuse me for a minute. Well, I'll just put them right here, and then you can still see them. I'm terrified that they're going to fall over. Which way looks best? I want you to get the best view. There you go. Maybe I'll keep them there when I film. Who has really nice backdrops is Debbie Sue. She has this like wood paneling, like barn wood paneling. It just looks so pretty. She's going to have to tell me what it is. But everybody likes my kitty litter box and the shiny stainless steel refrigerator. So part of my decluttering, I am going to go through the refrigerator at some point. So I did my venting. I showed you the sunflowers. I got up this morning, and I was thankful for that. And did I tell you we're going to make the apple thing? Yeah, I think I already told you. But I'm also going to make ice cream, so I'm going to film that. That's really simple. You don't have to make your own ice cream, but you might want to try it because I am an influencer, and I want to influence you to at least have vanilla ice cream. Maybe you like something else on apples. Maybe it won't come out good because I've never made these things. And I've been a little disappointed in some of the meals that or the things I've cooked for you. But anyway, so I'm going to film that today. And I'm also going to make myself some chicken soup. Now, everybody knows how to make chicken soup. But I'm going to film it anyway, because everybody doesn't make it the same way I make it. And my way is delicious. I have to watch out with the salt because not because I have to protect myself from salt. I still haven't gotten over that first soup that I made. Oh, the roasted tomato soup. It was too salty. I tried to warn people. I probably lost a few subscribers over that one, maybe. It wasn't that bad, because I warned you before. I'm trying to come up with ways to at least do an afternoon video, but I'm not there yet, but I am on a rhythm. I want to talk about decluttering, and then I've kept you for so long now, and I told you these gurus tell you shouldn't make your video too long because you're stealing away people's time, their personal time. Well, you can shut it off. If you don't like it, I can't make them any shorter because all I do is talk. Now, I didn't know what I was going to talk about when I started, and I haven't shut up, have I? I haven't stopped. So you can turn it off. The average view time on this channel is 15 minutes. So there. Or you can walk away and leave it running. That's even better. So I don't know what I was trying to tell you because I got off on a roll. Oh, I wanted to talk about, I think I talked about this at the board meeting, but I don't want to let it go because there was a time there, that we were talking about cherries in the snow all the time. And cherries in the snow, you know how I realized that we didn't talk about it anymore? Someone says, I don't understand. What is cherries in the snow? I said to myself, you've got to be kidding me. How does she not know what cherries in the snow is? And then I said, maybe there's other people that don't know about cherries in the snow. And I have to educate you about cherries in the snow. Because I'm an influencer. You know I'm saying that kiddingly, I hope. You know, some people are very serious. They don't know how to tell when something's being said in a silly way. Anyway, cherries in the snow, this is how it all started. One day I was making a video. It was early on. Not that early on because I didn't wear lipstick. I didn't really look too good. But someone said, oh, I love your lipstick. What color is it? I said, I don't know what color it is. So I looked. This is my dressing room and makeup room, too. I looked, and it's Cherries in the Snow. Cherries in the Snow by Revlon. So I tell this person it's Cherries in the Snow by Revlon. And before you know it, members of this community were buying Cherries in the Snow from Revlon. And we're wearing it to every morning coffee meeting. The people that like lipstick, you don't have to do it. I know a lot of people don't like it. But people that never wore lipstick started wearing lipstick. And they started liking it. Because as old people, I can say that because I'm old. And I just realized I always say that. But we tend to let ourselves go and not primp ourselves up and make us look better than the real raw Cynthia. You saw me the other night when we did that live. That was so much fun. Anyway, so everybody started buying Cherries in the Snow. One of the community wrote a letter, a handwritten letter to Revlon, telling them that they should sponsor me because I was their biggest salesman. I'm sure that we have sold through this channel well over 100 tubes of cherry in the snow. And that's a conservative guess because I don't have a handle on numbers are not my thing. Someone else wrote an email to the marketing department at Cherries in the Snow, at Revlon, told them that I needed to be sponsored by them. Well, you know what? I haven't heard a thing. And all I used to do was talk about cherries in the snow. Woody says, do you have to keep talking about cherries in the snow? Yes. And I'm going to start again. I told you in the board meeting, maybe thinking about doing a confab. I don't know even what it's called, so I certainly don't even know how it's done, but I'm going to look into it. So anyway, wearing lipstick is actually a good thing for us women. The men can wear chapstick so that if they find a woman that they want to kiss, their lips are nice and soft. And if the women wear the lipstick, maybe the men would be attracted to you. No, we don't want that. My boyfriend, whenever he saw anybody with makeup on, he never saw me with makeup on because I didn't even spruce up for him. But he would say, that's like war paint. Maybe Woody can tell us what he thinks. And there are other men on this channel, and they just maintain a very low profile. So, men, tell us what you want to talk about besides, well, in addition to cherries in the snow. So, because I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, and because I didn't know, forget what I'm saying, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to see you tomorrow, and I hope you come back. Don't forget to buy the pastry dough, and make sure you have apples because it's dropping on Friday. That video, and the ice cream. Share this with your friends. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.